Take a look at these amazing headlines, everyone. The recent selection of Ripple by a major EU bank is quite significant. There's more though. The debut of tokenized stocks was recently announced by NASDAQ. The main query is whether they are working with Ripple on this. Additionally, I have the long-awaited XRP price forecast for this cycle, and believe me, you have a ton more in store. Is it not unbelievable? The $4 trillion cryptocurrency market cap milestone has been reached. 100 and a war returned. Take a look at this. It's big news that we recently hit 4 trillion once more. At 1% up, we're doing really well. It is crushed by the coins. More than 112,800. At more than 4,300, Ethereum appears to be doing well. And you know what? At $3.01, XRP just took the third position. The worst part is that we've increased by 1% in the past day. We're up 8 times in 7 days. Take a look at the price range we are observing. It fluctuates between 294 and 303. So it's absolutely something to watch. However, there is something that you should be aware of, folks. This might literally be in your browser right now due to the enormous onslaught that is now taking place on the JavaScript ecosystem. This might be a major situation. What I'm learning from all of this cryptowriter stuff is as follows. They are essentially yelling at us to be really extremely watchful out there. The golden rule, don't follow your instincts if something seems dubious when you're about to click on it. Here is my particular strategy. Perhaps it may be useful to you as well. That encrypted wallet life is everything to me. The problem is that I always use the links in my encrypted wallet to access my usual websites. Why? Since I am certain that those links are infallible, secure. Having your own personal bodyguard for your clicks is similar to this. Do you understand? Ripple just made some significant announcements. The next big move for ALA USD. People in Africa are experiencing it. Look, I know we've discussed this previously, but I want to go into more detail because I was just talking to someone about it the other day. The thing is this, I am aware that the majority of those in attendance are true legends. Every day, every minute, you're out there working hard and keeping tabs on everything that goes on. But you know what? Every month, hundreds, occasionally even thousands, of new members join our community. And that just applies to the week. With that in mind, it is imperative that we continue to highlight these significant developments, isn't it? This space is really taking off. We can lose sight of what's truly happening down here, since everything is moving so quickly. We are discussing ALA USD's aggressive entry into the $5 trillion African market with Yellow Card, Vela and Chipper Cash. Take a moment to process that. Check this out now. The GOAT DAI recently released some important information. Right now XRP is sitting pretty at 14% weight today, compared to zero, absolutely nothing. In April 2022, trust me when I say that the dominance numbers for Ethereum and Bitcoin will continue to decline. Check out these August 2025 targets for the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index. XRP recently reached 14.1%. Ethereum and Bitcoin meanwhile are both hovering around 35%. Since more laws are being passed and real utilities are beginning to dominate this market, I must say that I completely support this development. You know what? The assets that truly accomplish something will be given far greater weight. Isn't that merely the way the space changes? The exciting part comes next. Ondo Financial People. We are overjoyed to announce that Ondo's OUSG fund has been established. Yes, right on the XRP ledger, the one that is collaborating with BlackRock to tokenize US Treasury securities. It's the anchor now though, for the largest stakeholder in the recently launched tokenized fund from Fidelity. The Fidelity Digital Interest Token, or FDIC for short, is what we are discussing. Amazing things are taking place here. Alright, so this is where Fidelity just made a big move. And to be honest, we've been waiting for this very moment. It's like traditional finance finally understands this. These days, tokenization is more than just a trendy term in cryptocurrency. It's authentic. And this is what really excites me. Ondo's killing it at the moment. They're doing more than merely watching. With OUSG developing the infrastructure and liquidity we sorely require, they are aggressively advancing this entire field. The kicker though, is what really excites me. The XRP ledger is where all of this amazing momentum is taking place. Come on, how awesome is that? This is really enormous. In fact, this is giving me chills just looking at it. And then my goodness, this next bit is breathtaking to see. Another big company is joining the bandwagon. Additionally, these hyperscale data reports that display their overall Bitcoin holdings in addition to their XRP acquisitions are quite astounding. Now that they've fully opened the floodgates, we're looking at XRP purchases totaling $84,976.15. Behind the scenes, they have been deliberately doing just that, progressively strengthening that business treasury position. The corporate treasury game is just going to become bigger from here. Listen, More businesses mean more acceptance and validation. Okay, let's now examine Dai's remarks regarding those weighted averages. And to be honest, things start to become extremely exciting at this point. These large firms will become more like moths to a flame, racing after assets that people genuinely utilize on a daily basis. The more utility assets we see flooding the market. Why? For CFOs, that daily utility is like insurance against those wild price fluctuations that keep them up at night. Speaking of game changers, have a look at this. In addition to RLUSD, Ripple has partnered with a minor bank. And I think this is screaming mass adoption, guys. I won't bore you with the full video, but let me show you this powerful opening scene that makes the idea very clear. Take a listen. We now traverse the chasm into widespread acceptance. We think that has started that series of events. What is happening in front of our eyes and what is coming will have an effect on you. We would love to assist others. Our goal is to enable individuals to navigate. Give me a little more information on the mining's characteristics, including your banking specialties. Yes, without a doubt. As a result, we offer a wide range of services and solutions related to both digital assets and traditional finance. High net worth individuals, corporations and organizations are the first to use our goods and services. Therefore, we also provide crypto as a service, which allows organizations such as banks or fintechs to take advantage of our capabilities, especially our core competencies in digital assets. Okay, so you're essentially a link between the crypto and traditional banking worlds for both institutions and private clients, isn't that correct? Indeed, we enable our clients to operate and resolve their issues between the traditional financial ecosystem and the rise of digital assets in a smooth manner. Yes. There are people, a bridge, a manor, a miner, or whatever you want to name it. This isn't some fairy tale, but as my grandmother used to say, potato, potato, you get the idea. This is actual life taking place all around the world in front of our eyes. And you know what just fell? Breaking under Europe's slick new MiCA framework, Spain's BBVA bank is diving heavily into Ripple tech for retail digital asset custody. Oh, hold on, hold off. Wasn't there a loudmouth here lately saying that banks will only use drab assets, outdated crypto services, and would never touch cryptocurrency? Yes, regarding that, no, wake up please. Stay away from their bullshit. Here they are merely safeguarding their own interests. Look at BBVA, for heaven's sake. We are discussing a global financial giant, with 77.2 million clients and 840 billion in assets. This isn't your typical mom-and-pop store. We're discussing 5,949 branches in over 25 different nations. Here's the scale, in case you were wondering. I'm Cassie Craddock from Ripple, and we are quite excited about this new BBVA cooperation. In the best conceivable way, it's like watching dominoes fall. Finally, big banks from all over the world are boarding the digital asset bandwagon. And you know what's driving this? Clearly defined regulations, such as the EU's MiCA framework, which provide everyone with the necessary confidence. We are ecstatic to be able to provide BBVA's crypto services for regular clients with our incredibly reliable institutional custody technology. This is when things start to get very fascinating, isn't it? If the big bank BBVA decides to use Ripple, what does that indicate about the potential next victim? I mean, consider it. All of this amazing infrastructure, or digital plumbing, as it were, has already been constructed. Who else will take advantage of that treasure trove? The president of Ripple, Monica Long, now reveals this shocking fact. Financial organizations are eager to provide their clients with cryptocurrency trading, and presto. Ripple Custody comes to the rescue in this exact situation. Monica is virtually giddy with anticipation about